now, First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Alan Shoemaker.
12:24 on this Wednesday, and now a cooler Wednesday across the valley after being in the 80s, even some areas in the 90s yesterday across the valley. But much cooler today. A cold front has moved through this morning, kind of moved out of the valley by around 6 a.m. Cool and cloudy today, no sun getting through. Maybe a little drizzle still left in spots, but generally just clouds out there. 50s in some areas for highs Thursday and Friday. I think out of those 2 days, probably Friday could be a couple degrees cooler than Thursday. We still might see a few areas around 60 on Thursday, but it kind of depends also on the light rain and drizzle, maybe some drizzle and very light rain kind of around most of Thursday. But things do get warmer in time for the weekend. I think Saturday and Sunday a warming trend, with Sunday by far being the warmest day. Temperatures right now have cooled into the 50s, and some areas haven't come back out of the 50s. We kind of I guess been stagnated right there in about the upper 50s and lower 60s last few hours. 57 in Rio Grande City, 59 in McAllen, 64 in Brownsville, and probably, if anything, kind of holding pretty steady the rest of the afternoon, not varying too much from these numbers. May start to cool off a couple more degrees in the upper valley, but the rest of the afternoon on your day planner, here if you check out the weather app from inside, because you don't want to go outside. I don't know if I tell you a funny story. There's a woman who works here, Carla. She didn't want to go outside because she was like, oh, it's like winter out there. And it was like, 65 degrees at the time this morning. So if you're one of those people where any temperature below 70 is like a blizzard, you probably are looking at this from inside. But temperatures holding in the low 60s, upper 50s in some areas this afternoon, then falling through the 50s this evening. There are small chances of drizzle you might see on there, about 20–30% or so, but not much rain coming down. If there is more significant rain, it's going to be later tonight and tomorrow, but mainly just clouds out there when you look out your window this afternoon. Now, you look back on this winter, we've had a lot of warm temperatures going all the way back before winter since November 1st. I looked up some of the coldest high temperatures in McAllen and Brownsville, just to give you an idea of the type of weather that's coming in and how rarely we've seen it. McAllen and Brownsville, these are the coldest days before today, and technically today, since the front came through after midnight, it was still in the 70s then, so today won't actually be one of these cold days. But the other days before now, we had a high of 57 on February 12th in McAllen, 56 on December 11th, a couple days in the 40s in November, and Brownsville, a few cool days in there, but not many this winter. So tomorrow and Friday, when temperatures may stay in the 50s in some areas, we may be kind of in this little patch of one of the chilliest days we've seen so far this winter. And by some strange occurrence, we haven't even had a day in the 50s in Brownsville. They've all been in the 60s or the 40s. Just haven't made the 50s right spot on there. But maybe tomorrow. You can see this trend on Future Track. 60s this afternoon. Temperatures not going much this afternoon. Maybe still in the upper 50s in the upper valley. And overnight tonight, not a big drop in temperatures. We'll drop into the 50s nearly everywhere through the nighttime hours. But notice tomorrow, here we are at 10 a.m. Tomorrow, and temperatures really don't change. We will likely stay around 55, then maybe as warm as about 60 or so tomorrow. But you notice, again, noon tomorrow at this time, still in the 50s. Later tomorrow, we're in the 50s. We just don't change much. I think the clouds will be still around. We'll have a little bit of light rain and drizzle. And the difference tomorrow is it may actually feel colder because the wind speed should pick up some tomorrow. It's kind of a little secondary push of some cooler weather coming back, which may pick up the winds, especially along the coast, which could get quite gusty. If you're going to be on a boat or going down toward Port Isabel or the island, it could get very gusty tomorrow. And here it is on Future Track. Again, this afternoon, if you walk out, it's kind of a calm day, very light winds from the north, about 10 miles per hour or so, and that's true through this evening and even tonight. There's 10 p.m. wind speeds 5–10 miles per hour. Notice, though, during the day tomorrow, it starts off calm, so if you're up early in the morning, probably feels like not much is going on, but by later in the afternoon, you see those wind speeds increase about 15 to 20 miles per hour, but stronger at the coast later in the afternoon and evening. See by 4 to 7 p.m. gusts over 30 miles per hour likely along the coast. It's going to be kind of a breezy, chilly day, and with that, a lot of clouds still hanging around tonight and tomorrow as well. Future Track overnight shows just clouds tonight, maybe some drizzle or light rain picking up late tonight and tomorrow. Notice on Thursday, on and off drizzle and light rain possible through the day. Not a lot of it coming down. I mean, if you have a rain gauge at home, you might get 1/10 of an inch or so, a little bit. But the breezes pick up, could be a little wet tomorrow and a little colder than today. So if you think it's kind of chilly out there today, it's going to get chillier tomorrow, especially if you're outdoors and get kind of wet in the drizzle and light rain. So the first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, 63 or so today, but upper valley locations may not get back out of the 50s. Some sprinkles possible, but a little more numerous sprinkles or a light rain shower late tonight and Thursday. And highs on Thursday may not get out of the 50s in some areas. Just depends on if you get stuck in more drizzle or not, I think. Friday looks a little chilly, too. Highs in the 50s, lows in the 40s that morning. Still could be kind of breezy. I think if you're up early for work or school Friday morning, you'll be shivering at the bus stop because it will likely be in the 40s and still kind of breezy in some areas. And then the weekend warms up. 67 on Saturday, 81 by Sunday. There's another weak front on Monday. It drops temperatures slightly, but things look pretty calm with that one. And the next stronger cold front may be in here by about next Wednesday. We'll be looking forward to that one, too, coming up this week in your First Warn 5 forecast on Channel 5 News at noon.